In today's video, I want to talk about why chosen ones intimidate most people. Now, this is a very important message, and this is one that I have lived. And so I will share some personal experiences with this for the purpose of teaching. And I'm sure this will resonate with you because we all have a lot of common traits, a lot of personality and character, conversation, the way we carry ourselves. We're very similar, is what I'm trying to say. So I know that a lot of you are experiencing this. So people will say to you something like this: you intimidate me. And it's kind of catches you off guard because when they say this, you normally mind your own business. Does this resonate? Not doing anything that will be intimidating. In other words, you're not cursing anyone out. You're not threatening anyone. You're not doing anything that is, obviously going to intimidate somebody. But what they mean is this. This is my opinion. You bring an energy to a room that I'm not used to. You have an aura about yourself that is mysterious, right? You have a purity that I'm not used to. A lot of people struggle with their purity. So when you have a pureness about yourself and you're able to look people in the eyes, be genuine, right? It's not a game. You're not up to no good. It catches people off guard. So you will also intimidate people. I'm giving you some layers to this. When they can't play games with you. So they have bad motives toward you. And they can discern that you're too intelligent for that. That you have higher standards. So the games they normally play with other people, they can't play with you. And so because of that, they feel threatened because they now have to come correctly and they don't want to do that. To add to this, they can tell that you're different. Right? And I don't mean different in terms of like weird, but you're different in a good way. I'll give you an example. I was at Starbucks yesterday. Yes, I go to Starbucks. Get over that. Yes, I go there several times a week. And I was getting, which is funny to y'all. I don't know why this is funny to y'all, but I was getting a pumpkin spice latte. Yes, I like that drink. So what? Okay? So I was there yesterday getting a pumpkin spice latte. I know some of y'all laughing. I don't care. And the woman at at the Starbucks, she says, she asked me, I just gave her my name, of course, what I wanted for my drink and whatnot. And she just flat out asked me, what do you do for work? and it caught me off guard because it's kind of like a question I wasn't prepared for or not, wasn't expecting, to be honest. And what I'm gauging from that is, okay, she was obviously saying, okay, you got a different aura about yourself. You're not giving me 9 to 5 guy. You're not giving tradesmen. You do something different, right? And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to say she's correct. She didn't know this, but I'm talking to thousands of people every single day. I have thousands of followers, and I'm not bragging about that. I'm using it to teach a point here. Without me opening my mouth, saying anything, just being myself. And in many cases, me personally, I'm often reserved. I'm not shy, but I'm reserved. Reservation is one of my traits. Deliberative would be a better word. And, with that, I mind my business. But when I do talk, I can clearly articulate myself and carry a conversation, have humor, charisma. And so now it's like catching them off guard because, okay, this guy is normally laid back and reserved. And once he begins to talk, he shows all the personality. So many of you are the same way. You have that charisma, you have the personality, but you're also wise and discerning. Is this making sense? And so you kind of are able to read the room pretty carefully. And because your energy is felt, you don't have to open your mouth up and say a word. She was reading my energy, right? So when people see you, I'm using this example, and they see you, they are intimidated by the aura around you. So if you are an individual, which many of you are, I know this from following you, you follow me, you're reading a lot, this is my audience, you meditate, you pray, you fast, you think a little deeper about your life than the average person. I told you this before, I'll say it again, communication, 80 to 90% of that is body language, voice tone, and your disposition. Your body language and disposition and voice tone will speak louder than your words every time. So when your disposition, people can read this, gives pure, good person, has some sense, not up to no good, making eye contact, I can literally feel the energy and vibration in your handshake. That is felt. Because as people, we are triune beings, spirit, soul, and body, right? The spirit, I keep on teaching this. I want you to see this. Spirit located in your stomach. That's where your spirit is at. That's why you have a gut feeling, by the way. Right? That's where your spirit is at. The eternal state is, there. Your mind. And then the physical body. So as a triune being, spirit, soul, and body, When those are in alignment, that gives you a presence, right? That gives you an aura. People can be motivated by you. Let's speak some wisdom here now. You have a presence, or in this context, you have a speech or your words. Give people hope. So literally you can activate and heal people. This is the type of power you have. See, as chosen, we have to know our power. You have to understand who you are. Part of our problem as the chosen, has been your problem, has been mine too, is that we don't quite know who we are. And I'm on a path now, even myself, of self-discovery. Are there some abilities I have that I don't know? Am I supposed to be doing something at a higher level that I'm not tapped into? Hence, tap into your higher self. This is what we mean by that. And so you all have those abilities. And so all of that is felt when you enter a room, right? When you have a conversation. Again, conversations are energy exchanges, right? Everything is energy, frequency, vibration. Very base level according to Nikola Tesla. Whether it be science, whether it be theology, however you want to look at that. Whether you're a person who doesn't believe in all that, that's what it is. So you walk into a room, you have an energy, frequency, and vibration about yourself. And when that is activated through a number of practices, right? Nourishing the mind has to be nourished. Let me put that out there real quick. And so a lot of people, they're not nourishing their minds as much as they should. And I'm not saying that in a judgmental or a self-righteous tone, but it's the truth. And I'm sure you all agree with that. You can tell that, ladies, just by having conversations about it. When men come to you, ladies, and you can tell, okay, this guy can't even talk about certain issues. I can't talk about reality with this person. Or a guy, you're talking to a woman, you can pretty much tell where she's at on a mental level. So there are a lot of people out here who are not nourishing their brains as much as they should. And so, like Malcolm X said years ago, they're hungry. You see, a lot of people out here are hungry mentally and don't even know it. And so they are, I'm sorry, Malcolm X now. It's the truth though. And so now they're filling that void with everything else. See, when you don't nourish their mind, now you have to fill the void with drugs. Oh, y'all upset now. You got to fill the void. I lost you. You got to fill the void with that bottle. Finna get teed up. You got to fill the void with multiple partners. And I'm telling you all better be careful with that. I'm not going to preach to you, but I got a cell phone. You got a cell phone. Okay? Big bro, somebody put in the comment section, Big Bro got a cell phone too. And I'm not slow. I see what's happening out here. Okay? And I got to say this in love. A lot of you need to be careful with your private life. You're out here with people who have been with all these other people. Come on. I know I lost you now. I know I lost some cool points, but it's the truth. And you out here, they'd have been with 15 people, 20 people, 30 people, all those spirits. And you're exchanging this energy, sacred energy with this individual. And so now all those spirits, come on now, that are on that person now into you because you gave them access through that private chamber. Now, speaking obviously in code, you get the point. You all are all intelligent. I know you know what I'm talking about, right? So what's that to do with this talk today? It has everything to do with this talk today. Because when you don't do that, that gives you a moral fiber that most people right now just don't have. And that's not a judgment. That is an intelligent assessment. Looking at what's going on social media, that is an intelligent assessment. A lot of men and women, because we always think it's just the men. No, it's men and women. Some of you women just as bad as the men are. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. So when you are chosen and you are navigating through this world, this dualistic reality of the spirit realm and the natural, and you have all of that, you are operating or maneuvering through this world with a presence, with a wisdom, with an aura, with an intelligence that some may lack. And this will cause a lot of people to be intimidated. And this is when you have a temptation to kind of dumb yourself down when you shouldn't do that. And so if this is you, if you're doing things right, be mindful of how people are seeing you and use discernment and how you interact with them. So I'm not telling you to be condescending or anything like that. I've never taught that. But be wise with stewarding your presence, especially when you have a strong one that intimidates most people. So as we talk about this whole teaching on intimidating people, understand that your presence is a gift that the Most High has given you, and that you should use it wisely. In the way you talk to people, I would say to add to that, being yourself, right? Not changing your standards, but a principle from the New Testament scriptures. You who are strong, bear the infirmities of the weak. Right? You draw. So if you are a person that people would perceive to be strong or have, in this context, an intimidating presence, be mindful of that, as I am. I'm mindful of that. I'm not going to be, I don't use my gifts or presence or talent or ability as a excuse or justification for me not showing compassion to other people. So compassion is love in action. Okay, so God is love. So the most powerful way that you and I could be like the Most High, the right way, because remember, that was the original, this is a brief Bible study now, that was the original sin, was Eve, you know what, Eve from the tree, Eve, you would be like the Most High, right? Here's how you become like the Most High the right way. Love. That's the word of the day. And man, I probably should do a whole talk on this. Let me know if you want me to talk about this. I'm not sure you do. This needs to be said. There's no love out here. let me just drop that. I've been wanting to say that for months now. The energy, people out here. I just saw the stories too of one of my followers over on IG. And she does music. She was saying this. People out here just moving weird. You see what I'm saying? And got this it's even in the church too. Got this off energy, judgmental, bias. It's just this uncomfortable vibe out here that I'm not talking about. So I'm not talking about that. So if you're intimidating people because of that, I'm glad I said this. Then I'm not talking to you. This video is not for you. If you're out here moving funny and people are uncomfortable because of you, this message isn't for you. I'm talking about the chosen who are living a certain way, the right way, and that catch people off guard. That's different from an individual just not moving right out here, moving in hate, moving in malice, moving in strife. You know what I'm saying? Just this bad person, for lack of the word, or acting bad. That's different. So what am I saying? We don't use our presence that may be intimidating to other people as an excuse or cloak for hate. We still should show love, compassion. That's a part of being like the Most High. Understanding people. Okay, think about God. He's more powerful than all of us. And yet he finds a way to connect with us, even though we're way down here. He's up here. This is like God. This is God, my hand right here, right? We're down here somewhere. And he finds a way to not change who he is, but to connect with us. And that's what it means to me to be chosen, is that not saying no one's beneath you, because I know that's what some of you are hearing because that's what you want to hear, but when someone may not be as strong as you, that's what I'm trying to say, because I got to be careful how I say this, because some of you misinterpret me because you want to. When someone is not as strong as you are, you have to show a little more grace to that person. I'm not saying dumb yourself down, because I know that's what some of you are hearing, but what I am saying is in your wisdom and in your strength, reach that person where they're at. Right? That's not weakness. That's actually intelligence and that's strength. And that's, honestly, it's how you influence people. Now I'm telling you how to be an influencer. It's how you influence people. You see where they're at and you help them get to where you're at. Whether that be physically for your physical fitness influences, whether that be spiritually, whether that be economically. That's what it means to influence. You can't influence looking down. You see what I'm saying? You influence, and I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to give away too much wisdom right now. You influence by the way you live, right? It's intentional. Your lifestyle, the way you carry yourself, your words, your actions, that speaks louder than words. And I think we all know that. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. So I want to give that strong disclaimer at the end of this video in case some misunderstood. And so I'm grateful for this platform. I don't say that enough. I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak to your lives. And just, the fact that some of you guys listen to my content on a daily basis, I don't take that for granted. I take this very serious, as I'm sure you might imagine. I got books everywhere, notepads. My library is right behind my camera over there. So this is something I take serious, as you probably can imagine, with this much content online almost every day. So I'm glad you all tuned in. Thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.